Hey, welcome to Eat Your Backyard, my YouTube channel where I talk about all kinds of edibles and tropical ornamentals. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about the Japanese yew shrub tree. It can get actually quite tall, but it makes an excellent shrub, and it's used throughout Florida in that capacity. This is a great example of what it looks like as a corner shrub on a house. This one has been fed adequately. You can see by the healthy green lawn that it looks beautiful along with the green of the lawn because it's been given so much nutrients, as well as the shrub. This is the same shrub effect. Now, it will only look like this if you take good care of it. If not, it'll look quite different. And let's go take a look at an example of that. Now, here's what it looks like when it hasn't been taken very good care of. This is my Japanese yew. It used to be much bigger. I trimmed it back. It was in an awkward place, and I've got it back to the most healthiest state it's been at its way trimmed back. I stumped it. Its way trimmed back state. Here's the other alternative. Not that great. I'm thinking of getting rid of these any minute, replacing them with something much more interesting. But you know, the Japanese yew is something that can actually be grown as a kind of pseudo pine tree looking tree if you tree form it. If you shrub it, it'll look more like this. I personally feel like the tree form is much more interesting. The shrub is a lot of work, yeah, as all shrubs are. But you know, with anything, it's just a matter of choices. And like my choice to get the shadow out of this shot, you decide what works best for you, of course. In my situation, this is an example of an area I need to rethink. You know, this is an accent. I've got Carolina River rock around it, and it's not really working out. Something, certainly a far better choice. One of the fundamental flaws of landscaping, now I didn't plant this tree here, but I have the shrub here, but I wouldn't have planted it this close to the edge of the wall. How can you possibly do anything with a shrub that's planted this close to the wall? I'm about to do and now you see I keep it kind of trimmed away from here, but for heaven's sakes, that is growing into the wall every day. If you're going to plant a shrub near your house, do not plant it a foot off the house. It's never going to work out. And this one hasn't worked out. So now we've reached the point of diminishing returns. It's interesting looking to some minor extent, but it's a constant source of aggravation because we have to trim it away from the house. So the obvious choice is to get it away from the house, like these plants, which I planted all of these, and you can see that I planted them a good 4 feet away from that house. And the reason is I don't have to deal as much with trimming them off the house, even though they are far more vigorous and gigantic growing than this Japanese yew. So, you know, we have a few lessons to learn from the Japanese yew plant. And that is that, you know, it's a dense growing shrub and we need to plant it away from the house. And that really just in general, the place where we want to plant things are a fair distance away from the house. And I actually prefer to see the house itself, which is the reason that I trim all of these plants up high so you can see the actual house itself. So hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you like it, don't forget to like it. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to Eat Your Backyard. And thanks for watching.